Disclaimer. This video, like all videos featured on this channel, is definitely intended for mature audiences. This video is likely to contain profane language. Content is inappropriate for minors. Video is not for kids.
Welcome to the Dr. Greenthumb Show. Lord of mercy. How you doing?
Oh my God. Take that.
Lord have mercy.
We need lots of help over here at the Dr. Greenthumb Show. We're live right here on Twitch, YouTube, Discord, and BeReal.tv, the home site. What's poppin', yo? I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you stayed safe out of the rain. It was crazy, all of that. I am Dr. Greenthumb. Hello. To my right, the legendary hitman Julio G.
How's everybody doing? I apologize. I couldn't make it yet last week. Let me tell you what happened. Man, that rain came down so hard I had 2 leaks on my roof, bro. So one I had got fixed, and then when I was coming to the show that day, I realized something at night. I was like, wait a minute, is this going to my kitchen? And when I woke up in the morning, I seen the crease already, like you could tell it was water. I'm like, oh. And one of my neighbors, man, thank God, man, because I got, you know what I mean? I got them Hispanic neighbors, man, they all do something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my boy, he does roofing, like a couple houses down. He came and helped me that day, bro. Man.
Patched it up.
From, well, I had to do a piece of the roof, you know what I mean? Another piece of it, but at least it stopped.
At least you got it done, man, because it was
that
coming
rain
down.
came down hard after that. I would have been done, bro.
And there's more coming.
Oh, yeah.
Word up.
Yeah, well, I'm back, though.
Word up. Psycho Leezy to his right.
Word up. Yo, Julio, that's the worst, B, when you got that bubble coming out in the ceiling. Like you see that
And you like, it ain't going away either, bro. You keep looking at it, come back
bigger.
later, you keep looking at
And
it.
it's the bubble you don't want to pop, Poppy.
Oh, hell no.
No.
Hell no, bro.
Salute anyway. Yo, happy Tuesday.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Up top, Treehouse Crew, Bolton Blombo, Bra Brian the Dominator.
We're just bicking back on this Taco Tuesday, B.
I see it. Being bull as always. It's
Furious.
Furious business, I'm trying to tell you. Know what I'm saying? And we got Tank Tone up in here.
What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Same thing.
That's the captain of the strong side bowling team. Because we never came up with it. No, we're the Los Globals, right? AKA the strong side. Steph Tone. I love your bowling ball, dude.
My globe.
Your globe.
It's the only globe I'm into.
It's the only globe you believe in.
Yep.
Hey, the rotation you put on that ball. Ridiculous. I salute you, sir.
I had a great time yesterday. I look forward to us doing it again.
Yes, we'll talk about it again. And we got to get Julio in on the next one.
Do it.
To his right, the rolling and bowling champ. No, not bowling champ, but rolling champ for sure.
Yeah. I'm slowly getting the rust off the bowling.
So you've bowled before?
Yeah, like I'll say like 2 years back.
Okay, 2 years back. That was the last time. Some guys were claiming that they hadn't bowled in 10 years, B. I don't believe it. Like Javi Lopez had the highest score. He tried to bullshit it. Oh, damn it. See, that's how emotional it made me. He tried to say he hadn't played in 10 years. I ain't buying it.
He was stomping on there.
He had the highest score. Second game, Steph Tone and I had the highest scores. But like that first game, Javi Lopez was racking them.
Wow, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Javi out there.
Yeah, we went on an
laughing at us.
A BeReal TV excursion. And, you know, we put everybody on separate teams. Aton made the teams, and I don't know how he empowered himself to do that, but he did it. And so the teams were made, and I just want to give you, like, a chance to guess this. Who in the overall frame do you think had the lowest score? Now, let me give you the names who was all there. It's Bolton Blombo, Dominator, Rob Ra, Eric Bobo, Pedro, Steph Tone, E-Zone. Who am I missing? Am I missing? Cali Blaze. And Javi Lopez.
And Javi did all right.
C minus.
And C minus.
C minus.
So it was a 5-on-5. Or no, it was a 6-on-6. Sorry, 6-on-6. It was a 6-on-6. Right? Les wasn't able to make it. It was a 6-on-6. But it was like a 5-on-6. Who had the lowest score?
I'm going to go Bolton.
Whoa, what's up with that, Julio
Well,
G?
you know, surprisingly, Bolton had a decent score.
Okay. I don't know. I just said Bolton. He sound like somebody don't really bowl. You know what I mean?
I feel like Bolton in Minnesota probably he went to many lanes and whatnot.
It just sounds good, bro.
How about you, Les? You weren't there. Who do you think had the lowest score?
Out of everybody?
Out of everybody.
It's what
I'm gonna channel it to you. Hold up before you take guess. Hold on.
Cali Blaze.
No, my channeling is not working. It was Aton.
Aton, really?
Oh yeah. But you will all see that. We won't give away.
Was Cali there though?
Cali was there.
All right.
He did all right.
The photographer didn't do it. I didn't come through.
He had this fancy Wiz Khalifa style roll that was not working for him. It works for Wiz and Chevy Woods, but not for Aton so much. It started working for him later, but it took him about 8 frames to get it, and there's only 10 frames to play.
He was exquisite.
It was exquising it. But yeah, it was quite something.
I was at a bowling alley one day in El Monte. This is back in the days with Tony, and it just it was like a roof that kind of, I don't know how you say it, like it goes like up like that. And these people were playing next to us, and they were all having a good time. Somebody threw the ball, and it went and hit the sprinkler, and it just started shooting the water out. And they thought they were just gonna, oh my God, what happened? And they thought we were gonna just walk out. They're like, excuse me,
you
have to pay for this. Like you did, you know what I mean? It like ruined the whole night, and the whole thing was all soaked, man. It's crazy.
And they gotta pay for a cleanup crew and fixing that sprinkler and
especially
the
that
whole
wood,
deal.
man. They got water on it. It gets messed up.
Yeah, done.
Done, bro.
Thanks for killing the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was cool. Oh wow, that was it right there. Look, she did it.
That's exactly what they did.
Exactly
like that, bro. Exactly like that.
I'm surprised Aton didn't do this.
Oh man.
That's exactly what they did. Damn, that's crazy.
You hold on to the ball too long,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah. And the thing was kind of lower like that, so it kind of went up. You know what I mean? So she clipped that. They clipped. I'm forgetting if it was a guy or a girl, but yeah, man, that's exactly what happened right there, bro.
That also happens is if you're using a ball that's too small
light.
for you.
Too light.
Well, not too light, but like if your fingers barely fit in there, so on the release, the ball gets kind of stuck in your hands because the holes are too small for your fingers.
Don't try to stuff your little smokies in there.
Yeah, don't stuff your smoked sausages in these small little these small little holes in the bowling balls. You got to get a ball, for the size of your fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, that type of thing happens.
Mm-hmm.
She held way too long.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yep. Here goes this guy. He's a pro. Look at that. He's a pro.
Yo,
He's a pro. He's playing in front of people.
That's
Yo,
crazy.
B, you remember that show, Bowling for Dollars?
Yeah, I remember bowling for dollars.
That's what we got to do. It'll make it more exciting.
Bowl for dollars. Make a big old pot.
That might be one of the best bowling clips I've ever seen.
That's crazy.
How do you beat that?
Because the form was incredible. He's so smooth.
Look
at
that. Oh,
Bam!
hey, look, and he had his left arm out as a guide.
Look at him. Boom.
You're a clown.
Now, do you think he did this on purpose or he forgot to let go?
I don't know. I wouldn't say that's on purpose because that don't feel good.
Yeah.
I got to say, that's a hard landing right
It
there.
is. And there's a lot of people watching. You don't want to do that on purpose.
You killed it. You totally.
And for all those
murdered it.
aren't aware, the bowling lane itself is oiled.
Yeah, it is.
So he got a big old skid mark all across the front of him right there when he comes back. But he got to get up and try to walk off that too. You know he slipped when he got up.
Man.
And, he's got to face that crowd. I would definitely say that's over the line.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Played himself.
If
Let it go.
that's a genuine move, like they weren't like doing something scripted.
The craziest thing I've ever seen is just someone throwing a bowling ball into someone else's lane. I've never seen like that late release to the sprinkler. But I would imagine that sort of thing happens a lot.
Balls in the wrong lane, hitting the roof, getting wrecked. Look at
And
that.
you
getting
cannot
wrecked.
walk, and you should not walk out there.
Oh, and that's another one right there.
That's another one.
The backwards toss. You got to
Pop-
watch out
pop-
for the backward toss.
This is why you
Oh.
don't go over the line, neither.
You don't want to be sitting back there.
And took the extra tumble
Behind
with
him.
it. Look. Oh,
Yep.
Bang.
Boom.
You're not going to get your footing on straight up oil.
Hey,
Good.
hey,
I
go
know.
back to dude. Go back to dude real quick and freeze it on his fall.
I can't. It's a GIF.
Oh, you can't
Yeah.
freeze it? All right. Well, you see how he was laid down there? Right there?
mm-hmm.
That was me on Friday night.
What happened?
Okay, so I've been taking RSO as of late, right? On the Friday night, I believe it was a Friday. Was it Friday or Thursday?
Yeah, it was Friday.
night. Took and I because I take my RSO, I put them in gel caps and I take them that way. But the RSO, not just the full spectrum oil, because there's different live resin and all that stuff. This is actual RSO. I put 500 milligrams in a gel cap, and I took it when I left here, like around 7:30, and I was having a normal night, watching some TV with the wifey boo, and I started feeling it around 9 o'clock. Like I could feel it. I was like, oh, okay, it's finally coming, right? And so I'm sitting there, and by 10:30, the wave hits where it's like now I'm wearing it like a coat. You know what I'm saying? And it's getting heavier. By 11:30, the struggle starts. And wife says, okay, I'm going to go get ready for bed. And usually I'll give her like 15, 30 minutes before I go join, right? I'll smoke the last of my weed. And then, last of the joint, sorry. Last joint of the night. And
Friday.
yeah, on Friday. So I'm doing that. Now I find myself struggling to keep my eyes open though. Like it's like
Just to get to the room, you mean?
no.
Or
Well,
just-
I'm sitting there,
That's what I'm saying. You ain't got to the room yet.
trying to like stall out the 15 minutes. I'm like, it's like my eyes got weights on them.
Damn.
And I'm like struggling to keep my eyes open, right? And I shouldn't have fought it. I should have got my ass up and took myself to the room and just conked. But I didn't listen. I tried to be a titan about it.
Nope.
Right? No, exactly, Steph told. No. So I'm like nodding.
What do you do?
Oh, hear me, and you will find out.
Let's go.
Right?
Let's go.
So I'm nodding out, and I'm like fighting it, and my body starts getting hot. My blood pressure's going up. I gotta peel. I'm like Wiz Khalifa in the smoke box. I gotta peel my hoodie off. Why I'm wearing a hoodie in the house, I don't know. But I'm like wearing a hoodie. I peel it off, and now I'm in my t-shirt, and I'm still hot. I'm starting to sweat bullets, right? I'm that high and struggling to stay awake, right? And I'm like, there's no water. I was so high, I didn't want to get up and walk to the kitchen. I got down on the floor, and I hugged the floor like this. It was just absorbing all the coolness from the hardwood floor. And I was down. I don't know how long I was down for, right? I was just on the floor, cooling out, trying to cool off, and like shake that high off.
Oh, that's
enough
crazy.
to be able to walk to the bedroom.
How many tequilas you had?
I didn't have any tequilas left. It was all the RSO, right? So I don't know how long I was lying there. But all I hear is, what the fuck? Yes, I'll take that shot, and I got it ready. I owe two. I hear that, and I look up, and I see wifey, and my dog is standing next to her doing this to me, like looking at me sideways, and I'm like, I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Help me get up again.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
I had to peel my sorry ass up
Now, wait a
off the
minute.
floor.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. So you mean to tell me that wifey's looking at you on the floor like, bruh, bruh, you the king of smoking, bruh. What's going on, bruh? Like,
She's like,
right.
she's getting to witness something. Nobody gets to
the dog too. The dog's looking at me crazy, and she's like, "Get up,
Dr. Greenthumb, sir. Come on, sir. Sir.
She's like Mick in Rocky 1. Get up!
Oh my God. That's
Get up,
hilarious, bro.
Get up, you son of a bitch!
That's hilarious.
Oh my God, bro! I was so lit.
Is that the highest wifey seen you?
That's the highest I've seen me.
Wow.
I was way over the line, bro. Like, I could not believe it. Like,
Harder than that first dab.
it was harder than that first dab, bro.
500 milligrams.
That first dab didn't break me into sweats and like make me lie on the floor, dog. That made me like go to the floor and I hug the floor. Like, you know how when they pull you out of the car, the popos, and you know they make you hug the street,
You was on it.
cheek down to the concrete. That's what I was on my living room
How was that
floor.
sleep that night, though?
It was great.
Oh, you must have slept.
I didn't wake up with a hangover or nothing, dude. It was the greatest sleep ever. The only thing is, if I hadn't fought it, none of that would have happened. It's because I fought it.
Fought it, huh?
I fought it. Like, you know, once you feel the knot out coming, just
You
go to
can't
sleep.
fight it. Yeah, you can't fight that.
I thought I was too much of a titan to let it knock me out, but like it felt like, you know, when I was on the ground and while wifey woke me up, I felt like Mike had just knocked me
Oh my God.
the hell out.
You're funny, man.
Hey, here's it gonna be cooler than the floor, that's for sure.
The floor was cool. It was cool as a freezer, bro.
And just so everybody knows, if you had to take an actual schedule of RSO, you know what I mean, for you whatever it is your goal is, you know, the RSO is supposed to be a full gram a day.
Yeah, I went well above that. Is it?
No, the whole
thing?
the whole syringe.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what if you're using it as medicine,
Right.
Yeah.
you
would
wanna
have to
build
take
up-
that whole thing.
Yeah, you want to build up to take the whole thing.
But I would tell you that if you are gonna do that,
you're gonna be destroyed.
no, I'm saying there's a sweet spot to doing this. I learned it from that knockout.
Don't take the whole thing for the first time.
Well, that wasn't my first time. That was my first time doing 500. I'd been doing 400s, right? But like, I got bold and decided the 500. But if you're gonna do 500, right, or if you're gonna do the whole thing, the key is this: do it early, like 6 o'clock. So by 10, 11, it's hitting you. When you feel the first knot out, when you like find yourself like, oh, go to sleep and enjoy it. Because you're going to enjoy the sleep. You're going to be high as in your sleep, but you're going to enjoy it and you're going to feel good in the morning. You don't feel like that residual, like the way that I was feeling when I would take it at 10 and it would come on at 3, 4 in the morning, and then I had to ride the rest of the morning out high.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's
Waking up high is crazy.
It's not bad, but you got to get used to it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you don't want to do that, the way to do it is do it at 5, 6, 7 o'clock. Those are the sweet spot hours. Let it hit you at 11 o'clock, 11:30. Stay up as long as you can, but when you feel it, go to sleep, and you will not have that experience.
Or prepare to lay where you're at.
You're prepared to lay where you're at. Because I was prepared. I didn't even know if I could get up. I got up. It wasn't nothing. You know, it's not like it doesn't turn you to jelly. It just makes you not want to.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
Like I was like, help me get up.
I'm thirsty.
I need water.
That shit had to have been priceless.
I'm parched.
No, for wifey to see that though, because she's the only one there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
like,
It's
yeah.
like, man, look what I'm with.
I'm gonna have the guys do, you know, have
It's
them
like
interview her.
Mr. Greenthumb. Come on, man. Mr.
But
Green.
for sure, water does help. Though.
Water helped. I had to drink loads of water after that because man, I was parched. I didn't recognize it hitting so heavy. You know, but it hit heavy.
500
You
million.
know, you want to do NASCAR 500, cool, but I dare you, RSO 500.
That's right.
I mean, that's half the
Bring it.
syringe. Like I said, you're supposed to. I believe the schedule is when you're doing that, you want to take one of those syringes over a whole period of a month. So
Yeah,
you're
you take a
built to-
quarter of it each time.
Yeah, so that way, by the time you get to the end of the month, you're actually able to consume that whole syringe.
Right.
I could do it again.
Or get your tolerance.
I just now know the
that's
warning
what you're
sign.
doing.
Wow.
I just now know the warning sign when I
If you have no tolerance, you got to have Dr. Greenthumb tolerance
true this.
to bust 500 off like you just don't care.
Oh, that'd be a horrible experience for somebody. That'd be
Oh man,
Yeah,
tripping.
if you don't have that tolerance,
Julio, it would be.
Boy.
Trust
Oh,
me.
I can imagine that.
I didn't have a bad experience. I just heated up and I needed the coolness of the floor.
That's
I
crazy.
just ended up laying there longer than I expected to.
You just gotta accept the right.
If I would have just had a pillow, I would have slept there, bro. If she had never found me there,
You would have been just.
I would have
chilling.
been parked right there, and the dog probably would have been sleeping next to me. Like, oh, he slept out here for.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
She probably thought, why is he taking so long?
That floor could get cold.
Oh,
Yeah, for
it
real.
was cold. That was the whole reason
Yeah,
for me laying there.
I mean, all
his
night.
core was in meltdown.
Yeah, my
Wow.
core was meltdown mode. I was overheating
Wow, man.
because I was fighting the sleep that was coming on from the damn RSO. It was basically putting me to sleep.
So basically, that's what we should do. If we take 500 and we feel crazy,
Yes, go to sleep.
take
Once
your
you
clothes
start-
off, lay on the floor.
Yeah. Well, if you want to try to fight it, yeah, that's the way.
No, don't fight it.
But if you're gonna be smart about it and not fight it, that's when you just go to sleep when you start feeling like your eyes getting heavy. Don't try to don't work against your body
Uh-huh.
because your body will rise up on you. Like an angry mob. That's what mine did. That's why I had to like shut down and hug the ground, son.
You went into safe mode.
I went into safe mode. Yep.
And that RSO will make basically anything just make you want to knock out on it, whether you're on the couch.
Yeah. Anywhere
Yeah.
you're at.
Yeah.
You don't even want like if whatever you fell asleep in or whatever it's taking you down in, you stay in it.
That's it.
You're not gonna change.
And you'll know what ride you're clearly on in 90 minutes in.
Oh man,
90 minutes in will be the marker. It'll let you know
I had
what
a
ride
good-
you are on.
I had a good ride up until that point, man. Everything was funny to me because that's the thing. If you're watching some comedy, something comedy based or anything light, it will be hilarious to you.
Start laughing for that dumb shit.
For no reason. You might just start babbling dumb things and laughing out of it. You know what I'm saying? My wife was looking at me like, what's going on? I said, I took more than I usually do.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
But I know that had to be like a surprise for her to see me right there on the floor, just like
That's crazy.
like sprawled out.
Man, the RSO's no joke. That's for sure.
Yeah, but,
Pour me a shot.
Pedro's my witness
Yeah.
because like he's done the 400, the RSO 400 race.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
I have and like Ray has and one or two guys in here.
It took me like 2 days to like fully recover. Like with the night I took it, I was still high throughout the entire day the next day.
Wow.
And then the day after that, I was like, oh man, I don't feel as groggy as I did yesterday.
Did you smoke though after the next day, like with it, or did you just let it ride? Did you just ride that ride out?
I actually took the pill or the RSO cap, and then from there I smoked till I wanted to feel it, right? So that way I just don't take it and just fall asleep and not feel it. So I took it. I went to the car, smoked a joint to see if it'll hit by then, but even then it didn't hit.
No, it takes like 3-4 hours.
So it's like by the time that I was like, all right, man, it's midnight, man, I gotta go to sleep. But I don't know if I was tired. I don't know if it was the joint or the
Yeah.
pill. But when I woke up, that's when I realized, oh, now I feel the.
Yeah. What time did you
RSO.
take it?
That time I took it at like 8 p.m.
That's why. That's why I'm saying you got to take it
Yeah.
early because it takes at least 4 hours to get into the system. Then when it gets into the system, it takes a full hour before it puts the ish on you, son.
Yeah.
Because
That getting up high thing is a trip, man.
It's, yeah.
I've been with these guys on tour where like we're on a tour bus and I don't know, man. We're just going, it's one of those nights. We're just dabbing, we're smoking joints,
Yeah.
long rides, and then in the morning I get up, be like, damn, man, I'm still high. Like,
and it feels
high.
good, but it's just
trippy.
like, oh man, I gotta wake up.
You start your day off like that. It's
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
Hey, when it's heavy.
Yeah.
When it's
for
heavy,
sure,
it's
for
crazy.
sure, for sure, man.
Because you don't expect it to be that heavy, and it's heavy, especially if it hits
But that
you.
RSO, I can imagine that must be something else. That's another level.
Yeah.
Well, because when I first started doing it, I was doing it like I was taking it at 9 o'clock. So it wasn't hitting me till 3, 4 in the morning, and it would wake me up out of my sleep. I'd go back to sleep, and I'd have a great sleep, heavy. But when I woke up, I was still high. I couldn't even, I wouldn't even smoke a joint, till the show started. Whereas before, I'd be smoking 3, 4 joints before the show starts. I'm smoking one before I get here, 2 before the show starts, and then the rest, right?
Right.
Because
On those days where I did that, and there was 3 or 4 of those days, I was not smoking before I needed to because I was high
feeling it.
as
Wow.
you know what I mean?
you're already at that point when you're high, and what's it called? Like B said, you could smoke, you got the option, you got the joints right there, but it's like, no, you don't need to smoke no more. You just
I'll
gotta
tell you what
walk.
though, when I was really affected by it, when I was feeling affected by it, not on the 500 but on the 400, I was still smoking through the whole thing. I smoked.
Mm.
It's just out of habit and because I wanted to taste the flavor of the joint.
Right.
It probably added to the high, obviously, but it's a total different high.
Right.
It's totally different because that thing hits your body and your head, where when we smoke, it's just hitting our head.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't feeling the body. We smoke too much flower for us to feel that anymore. It's all the head high. But that RSO and the full spectrum oil, any sort of it, you feel all of it. But most especially the head thing.
Mm.
You definitely feel that. You will feel like you smoked 1,000 joints.
Mind, body, and soul.
Mind, body, and soul, baby.
That's for sure.
For real.
Oh, man.
That shit is real, P.
It's crazy. You owe one right
Hey,
there.
Biro, so I brought a plaque for you to
I owe
sign.
one too.
All right.
I brought a plaque for you to
For
sign.
some ish, I said.
Yeah, I saw you brought that
Can I
plaque
grab
right
it
there.
real
Yeah,
quick?
grab the
I
plaque.
want to show it to everybody.
Well, I pour these shots for... Do you need a cup down there or you got one?
I'm good. Yeah.
All right.
You got that Jamie.
Jamie Summers.
Jamie's crying. Oh, hey, look who it is up there.
Oh,
He showed it up. He showed it up on the Tuesday. Eric Big Drum Bobo. Would you like one of these shots, Bobo?
So I
Sure.
brought a.
Sure, why not? Why not?
Good to see you, Bob. I'm glad you're here. I was asking for you because I was like, I need him to sign this.
Oh, well, there it is. I got you, Jeezy.
So this is Temples of Boom, platinum. I think you guys went probably double platinum, triple platinum, but this is when it first went platinum. And where's the camera so I can show y'all?
Boom, right there.
So
That's very sexy.
when you're on the radio, I would get a lot of different plaques because of people that I would break or whatever. But this particular one was given to me from the label because I supported this album so tough on the radio when nobody else was supporting it, right?
That's
so I
right.
played Throw Your Set. I was playing Throw Your Set Remix. I was playing Illusions. And I was playing, I want to say, it was another one on here I played. It might have been Spark Another. One of these other ones I played on here, but they gave me this one. This is for the platinum one. So, but I never had B-Roll sign it. So I was like, man, I want to bring it today and show it to everybody.
We shall sign this today.
And then, boom. Well, I'll leave it for you on the side right here so we can, what you call it.
Yeah. We shall get it.
Something from the Cypress Hill.
That's right.
And you know you had that thing for a long time because that frame needs to get replaced.
I know. Seriously, and I had to grab it from the crib. I left. I got here a little later because of that. I was like, man, I keep forgetting this thing because it's been up on I have it up on my wall in my crib. So I'm like, damn, I keep walking out the room and not grabbing the damn thing for B-roll to sign it.
It wasn't by the leak, was it?
No.
Hey, do you have to reframe any of yours?
Yeah, I got a couple that
I got
need.
Yeah, me too.
damn near all.
I've
of
done
mine.
a couple, yeah. I got more to go though.
Yeah, I mean,
They did get messed up.
I don't even put them up. I don't put them up at all. Like even if
You must have a nice collection though. You got a lot of stuff you've been on, besides Cypress.
I got quite a few over the time. There was a couple that got messed up in some moves, but like I got to reframe a lot of them if I'm gonna put them up. But I took them down. They used to be in my crib, right? But I realized this. If I ever had to have something done at my crib, like some kind of work, my price would go up based off those plaques. So let me give you an example. This crib I used to live at in Northridge, I moved there, and I was trying to put like a gate there, half cement, half iron gate. And I gave him the square footage. I did all the homework and gave him all the necessary square footage and everything he did before he even got there. So, like, give me the estimate, right? And he gave me an estimate on the phone that was like maybe, 15, 20 racks or something like that for this gate, for the size of it and how much material and all this other stuff and the hours. Came to my crib to look at it. And we made the mistake of letting the dude in the house instead of like me going out or wifey going out and just talking with him out there in the front. First thing he saw was 3 Cypress plaques and the Outcast plaque that I had.
Yeah.
This is that dude. I thought he looked familiar. Went from 15 racks to 35 racks.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was like, for a gate. Like,
He was like 55 racks.
excuse me, it's 234. I said, get the fuck out of here.
That's crazy, bro.
Like, fuck out of here, dude. You told me this number, and now because you see what's on my wall, you're trying to hit me for 35.
Wow.
Fuck out of here.
Wow.
They do that.
So like I like immediately I told wifey take all plaques down. She's like, "Are you serious? These are all your achievements." I'm like, "I don't give a fuck what they are. Take them down, because if we ever need work,
It's
they're
gonna
gonna give us the price based on those goddamn plaques up there. So if we got to put them up in a private room where I can see them and still my achievements."
Yeah.
Cool, but I don't need people seeing them when they walk in, because immediately.
Do you ask for the plaques, P-Roll? Do you ever like, hey, you guys owe me a plaque for that, or you just take whatever they send you, however it goes?
With our first plaques, they just gave them to us. And then after you get your first plaque and you hit those marks, you're like, okay, when's the plaques come in?
Yeah, I mean,
And
but
then-
what about like besides your? But I'm like saying like artists.
Oh,
like,
other
like
artists?
features,
Nah, we never
features.
asked.
You never
for
would
'em.
ask.
Nah,
You
I
just
don't even think about them, bro. Like they
Because
have.
you've been on soundtracks. You've been on, like I said, Outcast.
I
albums.
probably don't got half the plaques I should have.
Really. Wow.
But I don't ask for them. And the thing is, they cost artists money to make. So if they, like you get an allotted number that the record company will make for you,
It's so true.
and they'll give you a list and say, who do you want? We'll get those plaques done. Anything after that list, you pay for. So like, I never wanted to put any artist out of their pocket if they didn't send me one
on their own.
You know what I mean? I didn't give a fuck. I know I'm on the song. Okay, I'm good. I never really gave a shit. But like when that Outcast plaque came and that D12 plaque came, I was like, oh,
it's nice.
shit.
That's a nice collection right there.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's two significant
big
artists,
records,
like
for
big
sure.
records. I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, they didn't forget about me. All
Yeah,
right.
especially that Outcast one.
I'm
man.
surprised. I'm surprised plaques in today's times is still something big. Like,
Well, no one can hit the marks anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because no one could really, like, unless you're a pop star, country star, it's hard to sell 1 million records.
They do the streams now, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't count the same thing. It's a different number. Like, I'm talking about hard record sales. Like, if you were to sell a DVD, or
Right,
not a
no,
DVD, a
sure.
CD, that hard sale, right? It's harder for artists to hit that in any genre right now. But in pop, they hit it. And in country, they hit it more often than any other genre.
Right.
I mean, the plaques are really made for 2 places specifically. One is you got a studio, so you put them up in the studio. And 2, you got an office, and you got them up in the office because that's
Yeah.
where they belong.
Hey, how about YouTube gives away plaques for achievements, and we haven't got one on any of our achievements? YouTube, how about
There's a lot of
sending
people.
us
There's a-
sending us our Be Real TV plaques
Damn.
that
yeah,
we're
bro.
supposed to get at certain achievement goals as a page on YouTube?
With like 100,000 subscribers, they start. I've seen some people.
500,000 subscribers. I mean, I'll put those fucking plaques right here and right here so you could see them. YouTube, come on, help
Tell
us
'em.
out.
Tell 'em.
I was right now.
Shout out to all the people that subscribe to our channel. We're just 20K away from our mill.
Yeah, yeah. And speaking of subscribing to the
I
channel,
want that million plaque. What's up?
Yusuf.
but yeah, speaking of the subscription, if you subscribe, you do get a chance to get a higher.
Yeah, we're giving away a hire tomorrow. Must be a subscriber. The G Pen hire, that's what we use on our stunning glasses right here. You know what I'm saying? It's I mean, you could call it an electric nail, an e-nail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. And it's wireless. That's the cool thing.
The most modernized e-nail, man.
Yes.
Is there one in the treehouse?
No. But we will put one up there for the days that you were back in the nest. You know what I'm saying? How about that?
That's a proper email.
We'll put this mini one up there.
Yeah.
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 It would be sick though if it had a dial like the e-nails where you could actually pick your temp.
Yeah.
That's the only thing it doesn't do. If it did that, that would be sick.
I mean, you could pick your temp. It's just you can't dial in the number.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know, if you could at least make it appear that you're actually getting to put it at your setting, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yo, here's to G Pen in the hire and my second shot that I owe.
Cheers.
And all these guys are
Cheers.
owing. Hey, put it on the 5-shot real quick so you could see that these guys are paying up. There you go.
There it is. Salud.
Salute.
Aha! Yeehaw! Yeehaw!
Hey, B-Roll, did you see this
That
conversation that's happening right now about who's the king of Chicano rap? Did you see any of that?
I did hear that, and I always hear Lil Rob is the guy.
That's what they said, yeah.
That's what they say.
So then they so my man King Little G, he's the one that came out and said, I respectfully, disagree.
Yeah.
I got you got to look at my numbers and what I've done in the game, and I'll put some bank. He said he'll put some money
And he
up
put some
if
heaters.
y'all want to battle.
Ooh.
He did that.
Ooh.
Yeah, if y'all want to freestyle it and go, do what you want to do. You know what I mean? Which I respect him for that because that's what hip hop is.
Yeah.
I respect that and salute that because he took it on that level. No disrespect, but I'm gonna step out here and say, and that's what hip hop is about. Somebody has to say, I'm the dude, and everybody has to, that's what steps the game up.
That's true though.
That's what you say.
If you're gonna go for the crown, you got to step up.
Step up. You know what I mean? If you're gonna do that, so I respected him. I don't know if the smoke was there. They want to get the smoke or no, or how that's gonna happen. But I just was curious what you thought about that. Like,
well,
or like in your eyes, who do you think, or just
I don't know if there's
be the king of Chicano rap.
I don't know if there's one king.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think you could look and say there's several. You know what I mean? Like, because there ain't one guy who's that prolific. Because, King G's numbers are, like, awesome.
He's independent.
He's
done it
independent.
from the ground up on his own.
But that's independent.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so you got to think it's hard to say. It's hard to say who would be the king of Chicano rap at this point because there's so many, that do big numbers like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's there's cats out of Texas.
Yeah.
In different places. But I'll say this, King Lil G, 1, he got king in his name.
Right.
2, he has put out some heat and he is active.
Yeah, no, he's out there.
And we're not talking about Mexican rappers like cats that come from Mexico and spit. Talking about Chicano rappers. That means cats that was born on this soil.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I'm saying? Because that's basically what we are.
I don't like that title because people like to use that, but I think it pigeonholes people into like a situation, I guess. But I guess if people feel comfortable using that, you know what I mean?
Well, that's what the older generation used back in the day in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
To describe Mexicans.
Not Chicano. I'm saying Chicano rap. Like when
I see what you're saying.
The thing where they put you kind of in a box.
Yeah.
It is a box.
To me, it's
because there's
a little
not
bit of a box.
Because it's a very small genre.
Mm-hmm.
But what you're saying, in relation to what you're saying, is there's a lot of Chicanos just doing hip hop in general and not Chicano rap. You know what I mean? Chicano rap is like a style. It's almost like gangster rap music is a style.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's a part of rap music and it's a part of hip hop, but it's thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is that there's Chicano rappers that don't go in that style.
True.
You know what I mean? That they just do universal hip hop.
They just rap, yeah.
They just rap, and there's guys in that category that are really dope.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's just but King G, King Lil G, he makes a good argument though, because he
well, he's
keeps it
just
cracking.
saying respectfully, check my numbers. I'm doing my thing too. But I like that he just came out and said, if y'all want to battle it, we could do that too. Which I thought they should have done it because I thought it would have brought more attention to the situation. My thing that I say is, when I hear who's the king, I really don't. I be like more like king of what?
King of what?
Like, what do you guys have? Do you really have a movement, or is it just like, what do you because if you're gonna be the king of it, you got to be like, I'm king of New York because it's Jay, Nas, Busta. You know what I mean? It's people coming after this. There's something that comes with this, you know what I mean?
Like the success is supposed to go there,
sort of.
But
You know what I mean?
let's just say the success ain't there, and it's talking about the consistency of who drops what, right? Because Conejo could have been considered that too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because he was dropping and he's doing different things. He went away for a while,
right?
But
in the whole, for me, Chicano rap, if you want to put it in that label, I'm gonna say, me personally, you have to say Kid Frost, because he's the innovator of it.
But
that's
that was back then.
True. But I'm saying,
if you're talking about who is
right now at this moment, that's what I'm saying. And if you say at this moment, then I think
today's fans of the Chicano rap is young too. They're real
so
young.
I'm gonna say King Lil G.
King Lil G. I would agree with that.
I don't say nothing bad about Lil Rob though. I like Lil Rob.
No, Lil Rob's dope.
He got his thing for sure.
He's got his catalog, no doubt.
I don't know. I think King Lil G is just a different generation than even Lil Rob. Lil Rob been around for a minute too.
Well, you know what it is Lil Rob did some popping things in his time, like when he had heat, you know what I'm saying? And now that he's like a veteran artist, he's been around for a long time, and now it's
old school,
younger artists coming up and doing different shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's King Lil G right now. So everybody, like every king has his time.
His time, yeah, for sure.
Frost
Frost
has had his time and his time
for sure.
Lil Rob had
His
the
time.
crown in his time, and Lil G's
a lot of Shade of Brown touched it for a second. They tapped it too. They had some things out there
for a slight little second. Yeah,
everybody kind of touched the.
They had
heat.
some hits.
They had some hits.
They had
You
some
got to
hits. You
give them
cannot-
too. That a lot of Shade of Brown was big, and then I don't think a lot of people bring into the conversation Sick Jack, and I think he always gets left out of this conversation because they don't put him in a Chicano rap, but he's a Chicano,
and he's
a Chicano
the
rapper.
antithesis of this.
Oh, for sure. Pico Union District. You know what I mean? But I think
and one of the best.
One of the best,
if not the best.
If not the best. Honestly.
Listen. If King Little G wasn't doing the numbers that he was doing, I would totally say Sick Jackin'.
For sure.
Because there ain't no one really better
on
than
some
him.
rap shit.
On some rap shit.
Sick Jackin', his heart is on hip hop. B.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't even consider him just a Chicano, like as in the Chicano rap lane. He's a Chicano rapper, but not in that rap lane.
No, for sure.
Because he is hip hop.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, like, he's to me, in my opinion, the best to do it. You know
I'm
what I
gonna
mean?
put him there. I'm gonna put that Sinful from the Mexicans is very
Sinful
he's
is badass.
sick with it too.
Sick.
There's some
with-
people out there, but yeah, Sick Jack and he never gets mentioned, and he always I think he's just too good, and I don't think people they can't compare themselves to him because
blows
he's on
them out the
another
water.
level.
Well, let me tell you why though. It's because when they put out we put out the first Psycho Realm album, it didn't sound like anything that you would hear a Chicano rapper do.
Nothing like it.
Nothing like it. And immediately they separated them from that. But eventually they brought them in because they realized, okay, they're just doing a way more advanced style.
Yeah.
Because that's what they were doing.
Yeah, they were.
An advanced style of where we should be.
For sure.
As Latino, Chicano rappers, whatever. This is the lane that they carved out to show others that, hey, we don't have to do just this style. There's nothing wrong with this style.
Right.
But this over here we're doing is a more universal style. I could tour anywhere in the world with this style where I'm doing only certain type of shows with this over here.
And it's just a different approach to what the street talk, what it was. You know what I mean? I think, me personally, if Duke wouldn't have had a situation happen to him, he would have
blown up.
Blown way. He would have been that guy. Because not taking away from Sick Jack, and I think they're both great together. But it was just something about Duke that I always like would listen. He just kind of made it complete to me. Like
Energy.
You know what it was is that I mean, even before we knew ODB, you know what I'm saying? They had similar energies in that, like, it was an unfiltered, off the chain,
yeah,
like really raw style,
Yeah.
like ODB
Ignorant,
within the
ignorant.
Wu-Tang. Yes, and you know, Duke within the Psycho realm. Like they
For
had
sure.
that grimy, like off the chain, unfiltered, like just
I just thought like Duke would put me in the mind of a cholo, like a gangster. Like what he would rap about, it would be like he's putting you in to understand from his side, that perspective. You know what I mean? So, and then word wise and just pocket and rap wise, it was just so different. It was just like, damn, this guy got style. Like for a Mexican guy,
and what
They were storytellers.
and you know what? No one was able to sound like him.
nah, nowhere.
I mean, like we'd give him shit in the studio sometimes and be like, "Hey, man, you need to say your words clearly. You're over here mumbling your shit." But he was like, "Nah."
that was part
That's
of it.
the way I want my
Yeah,
shit to sound.
That's the way it was part of it. Yeah.
And we're like, all right. And then when we'd hear it back, we're like, this motherfucker was right.
Yeah.
This shit sounds, I mean, you could like kind of understand what he's saying. And so you sort of assume this is what he's saying, but it sounds fucking
felt
dope.
it though.
Hey,
You
when
felt it.
was the moment when you said, "Oh, I want to be in, like, I want to bring this group out and be part of it"? Because you brought the whole shine really to them because of you being on that record with them, and it just the way it came together. Because it was different than Cypress. You
A
know?
mutual friend of ours told me that they were at a spot over here on Olvera Street, right?
They were called Psycho Realm already.
Yes, they were called
wow.
Psycho Realm
Okay.
then. And so I rolled over to see them, and they didn't sound nothing like the first album, like, but they sounded dope. Like Jack, he still had his own style, but it wasn't quite developed like it was on that first Psycho Realm album. And after that, Duke sort of sounded like Son Doobie, but a raspy version of Son Doobie. But I saw the potential there. I was like, man, these dudes are dope. And I was like, hey, man, I want to like get down with you guys. And in the course of a year that Bobo and I were on tour, things changed with who they had as their third rapper. And Jack had now learned how to produce and was producing. Duke flipped his style to a whole different style. It no longer sounded like Son. And Jack had flipped his style too. And he was more talking his thing than like trying to overly project it. And I was like, wow, this is really dope. And I hit them up. I said, hey, listen, if JoJo is no longer a part of this, which he was the third guy at that point, I said, let me get in with you guys.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
And they're like, hell yeah.
So they were three They were three at the beginning.
They were three at the
Oh, okay.
beginning, and like the other guy it went away. JoJo went away. And so I was like, well, I'll come in and fill that third thing if they're cool with it, right? And so I hit him up. I said, hey, look, I want to get down with you. I want to help put this out. Let me get on it with you. And then I brought in Bobo so that we could help them do like the, like the arrangements and stuff like that, because that was still all new to them. Jack was producing, but all the arrangements and all that stuff, that was still new. So we kind of like, helped him with that. We all like helped each other in that. And, but when I heard them flip the style, that was when I was like, okay, I want to get in on this record right here. And I was going to do other records with them, but like it just like creatively, we sort of went in a different direction and, they started doing something different.
That album is classic.
Yeah,
that is
that's
a
a classic
street,
album, yeah.
straight classic. You have to have that in your collection if you even talk about anything about Hispanic or Latin rap or anything. If you don't have Psycho,
we had
first album,
fun making that
record was really, really, really dope.
Right, Bobo?
Man,
really dope.
Man, we were having so much fun out there in Philadelphia. Then we went to Conshohocken. Man, it was like we had two studios going on at the same time.
Yeah.
Creatively, we were just like on fire.
Yeah, we're mixing.
Who did Psycho City Blocks be? Was that Sick Jackin' too?
That was Sick Jackin'.
That was he made that?
Like what would happen with that is that sometimes like Jackin would come with something, and I'd like put the drums on it. Like we'd sort of like collab, and then a lot of it he did himself, and Bobo and I just arranged it, arrange it, and all that.
Because when that record came out, it was when it was dope because it was just a piece of you. It wasn't like you even rhymed on the record. But the intro you gave him, it just to me, I remember the first time I heard it, and I played it on the radio.
Oh, when you played it?
Oh, I used to play that.
Oh, when you played it, we were going crazy.
Oh, it was out of here because we came to hip hop. I said, "Oh, it's over."
That was the first song.
I didn't even hear the rap yet. I was like, "Oh my god, this is it."
That was the first song.
Man, you killed that just by doing that little piece, real simple like that. It made the rap. Before I even heard them rap, I was like, "Oh my god, B-Real it's some style in hip hop." Oh shit, it was over, bro.
And that was the first song we created.
Really?
That was the very first song on that album. And then I started coming up with different concepts. Like for instance, like they came up with concepts too, but like I came up with premonitions, right? I came up with I believe it was the La Conecta.
That was dope.
1 and 2.
So dope.
That whole idea. Because I always wanted to make an album where it was one full story connecting one song to the other and it being a plot. That was the closest I ever got to it with those two songs. And
I had Fuck Love too, which is street big.
Yep. And then Are You Experienced, which was like, for those that don't know any of this, right? There's lyric sheets on these songs, and yes, the song you were talking about, "Fuck Love," that's one of my favorite songs on that.
Yeah,
album.
I think it hit people. It just hits us. You know, people love that record.
People love it. They were buying the merch of that "Fuck Love" shirt
for
all
sure.
day. But on "Are You Experienced," right? For instance, so for any of you that are not familiar of the Psycho Realm or that album, we had lyric sheets on them. If you take that song "Are You Experienced," if you highlight the first letter of every word, it you know,
it's coded.
It's coded. Wow. There's a message on myself and Sick Jack, and Duke's code was kind of, you know, he cheated a little bit on his code, but like it's there. Yeah. So if you want to do your homework, go find that lyric sheet, highlight what we said. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And it was early on, man. We were forecasting on that album right there.
Oh no, that record's amazing. I still enjoy listening to that record. I love Stone Garden. I mean, that Stone Garden record is so dope. And then that Pete Rock remix he did was super dope.
Confessions of a Drug Addict.
That was good too. I mean, it was just good. I mean, I'm telling you, it was just like, it was so street, just so like, it was so dope, that record. That record is a classic.
La Conecta is, to me, still one of the dopest story
me too.
Songs.
It's creative
ever.
One of the most creative
for sure.
Two songs that connect
for sure.
Especially at that time, because no one was doing it, no one had done it. And I told these dudes, let's tell a story from one song to another, because one song ain't enough, especially when you got 3 rappers.
Mm-hmm.
We were doing all the voices and everything like that. We were doing all the characters and just put it all together, and it was crazy, man.
It's coming up on their 30-year anniversary actually for that album, or our 30-year anniversary.
Yeah. That'd be great to see you guys do something, man. You know what I mean? So going back to the original topic, I ain't trying to say who's king of what or whatever. We're just talking. I was just asking you like what you thought about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What you thought about who the king of Chicano rap was, but you know, we got into the whole thing of Psycho Realm. But yeah, you know what I mean? I was just curious what you thought about it.
I would say King Lil G.
King Lil G's running it right now. All right.
To me, I would say that as far as like Chicano rap and that category that's boxed in or whatnot, I would say though Little Rob has the biggest hit with Summer Nights.
Okay.
Like I feel like no other song from any other Chicano artist like gets on the radio like that song does.
Right?
And
wait a minute though.
How poppin' it was.
What about Baby Bash?
Oh, damn, true that, yeah.
But is Baby Bash Mexican?
Isn't he?
I don't know. I thought he was.
I thought he was your cousin, dog.
I thought he was Costa Rican. I don't know.
Oh, he's Costa Rican.
I don't know. I thought he was Costa Rican.
Yeah, you might be right.
I don't know.
Okay, so
Maybe
that doesn't count.
I don't know.
Yeah, so I mean,
I don't know. Google says Mexican.
Oh, Google says Mexican. Okay, well he's Mexican, and then
what do you think, Colton?
Baby Bash has claimed to
then you know what I mean? Respectfully, you know what I mean? Baby Bash is in the conversation.
He's got bigger numbers.
He got big numbers. His records are playing. You know,
straight up.
I just think it's one of those things where it's like some people have bigger things, whatever. I look at more the impact, you know what I mean, and who made the impact. And for me, I'm always gonna say it's Kid Frost because he was the beginning of the original.
Yeah, if you're talking as a whole, yeah.
As a whole, yeah. But in time of right now, it's hard to say because there's some hot young Hispanic rappers out there right now, but like you said, they're not like Lil Suede or whatever. Suede's not considered a Chicano rapper. You know what I mean? He's more because he uses the N word and he's like more Huntington Park. He's talking some different street. You know what I mean? So you don't put him in the category.
If we're looking at definitions, right? You got to think about Lil Rob had actual radio play rotation, right?
Mm-hmm.
King Lil G got streaming numbers.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a different.
It's true.
Two different criterias there.
True. But Little Rob only has that one song, though.
Yeah.
So that's
another thing.
It ain't like every one of his songs that blast on the radio, you know?
Yeah.
That's why I say, when you talk Kid Frost, you're talking La Raza, you're talking Ain't No Sunshine, you're talking East Side Rendezvous, you're talking La Familia. I mean, he's had some songs.
He's had some songs.
You can't deny that.
What do you think about like Chicano rap groups? Like the first album that I played on was from Proper Dose, Scandalous, on Scandalous Records.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But what groups? Like, I mean, we talking rappers, but are there groups that were significant?
Well, groups. I mean,
like
I would
Chicano
say
groups. We always get fucked out of this conversation because
Yeah.
they always focus on a solo artist as opposed to a group being in the category.
Right now, like I like these kids, Coyote for Hire. I like those two guys right now. I think they're dope. I think they're making some noise already, but I think they're gonna like take it to if they get the right song. They're just connecting to the right song at this point because I think they're pretty much out there. You know what I mean? As group wise,
They got a great name.
yeah. And they get down. You know what I mean? So it depends because that's one thing to get to the point where you get down. Okay, cool. You got some, but then you got to connect that with a song, and that song has to be connected to you. And that has to be what people know you for. And then you got to continue to add more songs to that situation. But it's yet to be seen. Like you said on King Lil G, you're absolutely right. It's like he's got the streaming numbers. He's got, because anywhere he goes out. Remember, Bubba, we were on tour. We were somewhere in the middle of the country and we were walking to get some food. Remember, I go, hey, man, King Lil G's playing right here.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yep.
And it was just him. He was headlining.
He's doing work.
And it was sold out. So it's like wherever he goes, he does sell out. And he understands how to connect with his fan base. He caught that right time of the wave that Little Rob didn't have.
Yeah.
He didn't have that. He didn't catch that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So he would have. If it would have been in his time in the internet, King Lil G caught the Instagram and all that right at the right time. You know what I mean?
How
So
to flip it.
he caught it. You know what I mean? So that's why it happens for certain people a certain way because they catch certain moments. And then his merch. He got him really with the merch, and that was very smart. You know what I mean? He got people connected to him with the merch. So, he's all around business guy. He's not just a rapper. You know what I mean? He is, running like his own thing. If you've seen a black rapper doing that, you'd be respecting that. You'd be like, hey man, look at your little homie doing this thing right there, right? That's what King Little G is.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's also an entrepreneur.
Hey, much love and respect to all.
I love all of them. Everybody's
all
a king.
of them.
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go.
That's right. All right, it is now that time.
Time for submissions. 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 All right.
All right, we got a bunch of good ones today. First one's up of the day. We got Art DeVore vlogs up in here with a little triple cheeseburger from Wendy's.
I know that's gonna be
Triple
right.
cheeseburger. Damn.
Oh my God.
I've never had a triple. Have you had a triple cheeseburger before?
They got a Wendy's.
I've
in
had a
Southgate.
triple, but like not that kind of triple.
Wendy's man
That's a
never
lot
hit
of
me right.
cholesterol.
Wendy's never hit me right, man.
I like Wendy's though. Their burgers are pretty good.
Next time you see Ice Cube, ask him about that, please.
Hey,
Man. We need
what's
to
up
get
with-
about. Hey, man, what's curious, man? We was asking about it the other day. Out of curiosity, was that an accident, man? Or was that
Are you just
intentional?
trying to rhyme the words, son?
Oh my
my God. That always tripped me out.
Little backstory. Go, you can tell him, B-roll. You can tell him a little backstory. We're talking about NWA's song. I'm not NWA. DOC's song where he had the whole NWA at the end, the grand finale.
Yeah.
And Ice Cube says, I get in your ass like cholesterol.
Yeah.
So we always wondered as young, like, cholesterol? Cholesterol.
Said, wow. All right.
Yeah, man.
Rappers do that sometimes.
Yeah,
we fuck up the word, but keep it even though.
It's fly, bro. It's hip hop.
Yeah, that's what I be doing up here.
Exactly.
Yeah, we know.
You be doing a lot.
You be doing a whole lot of it. Yeah.
And we got Bree up in here with a little rice.
Work on that.
We got Bree up in here with a little rice, shrimp, and sausage.
We have brie,
Rice.
rice, and
Fire.
Ruffles have ridges.
That's a weird mix of shrimp and
Ricky Ricardo.
Go for it, Bolton.
A little rice.
Okay.
See, improving.
That's improving. Yes, there's a little. There's a little.
Rice. That was halfway.
2024 is my year.
Yeah, exactly. 20 Mamba. Let's go.
We got Jennifer up in here saying, made these bacon, eggs, and cheese quesadillas for me and the hubby.
That looks good.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that's good.
That looks really good.
It just looks frozen still.
Breakfast quesadilla right there.
I love breakfast quesadilla.
Hubby ain't going nowhere.
You know I can't see. I'm blind anyway, so it's all good.
That looks fire though.
That does look good.
Excellent.
Yeah, they can basically put you back to sleep.
Yep. Itis.
That's itis.
You want the itis?
And we got Josue up in here with a little bit of curry.
Josue, huh?
Oh,
Me love me chicken and me goat well curry.
You said the magic word right there.
buddy.
Curry means no bueno for me.
I like this kind of curry. This curry right here, the
No,
Japanese
no.
curry is good.
Oh, Japanese? I don't know.
And I did more than the Indian curry.
The Indian curry, no, it's good for me.
No, me do the other
Me
curry.
neither. I can't
No,
roll
my,
my curry, bro.
no, my friend, I don't eat the curry.
Is it too
I
spicy
don't
for
eat
you?
the curry, my friend.
Is it too?
I denied curry for 45 years of my life, and now that's done. I mean,
I
it's
don't
fire.
mess with the
Is
curry.
it too spicy or what?
Bomb
It's too
flavors.
spicy. I don't like the taste of the
Bloody.
curry.
Ah,
You don't like the taste of
Okay.
health.
I'm not like the curry.
Bollywood bitch.
I mean, I used to have it backstage. If I had to have it, I'll take it, but that ain't really my jump.
I like Japanese curry. The other ones are a little bit too much for me.
exactly.
All right, next.
We got Element up in here with the Wimpy Burger. It comes with a half-pound patty topped with ham, bacon, avocado, lettuce, tomato, onions, Jack, and American cheese.
First of all, them bottoms is in the wrong place.
Yo, bro.
That's a big stack right there.
Say that again, Steph. What did I miss? You said what's in the wrong place?
You see, that stuff right there is known as toppings, but they got it on the bottom.
Yeah, they trying to do like In and Out.
Yo, what Scarface said? I say Vienna sandwich.
See Vienna sandwich, man.
Vienna sandwich. Eat
And
that shit, nigga.
and I know Bobo would agree. That slab of avocado, that ain't meant to be there.
Yeah, you don't need
Nah.
the avocado there.
Nah,
You can
take that out.
I agree with you on the avocados on the burger. None.
It's
Go
no
on the
good.
side.
No
No,
good, buddy.
I need the avocados on the side. I cannot have them fucking up the taste of the burger.
Now, them hash browns right there, however, look
good.
delicious.
They're a little crispy for me, but I'll try them.
That's a lot on a burger though. I'm like,
It's a lot on a burger. You got to smash it down,
Then it's
though,
a big
Pedro.
ass bun, so you
I've
got to
never
really be
smashed-
biting into this thing, man, because it's a big bun.
You got to
too, so-
smash that bitch down.
Yeah,
That's just
because-
like
Take
Smash
note.
it down, buddy.
that's just for the picture right there.
That tomato slice is
It looks good,
way
though.
too thick.
It looks good though.
That's like a Tommy
I'm not hating
Burger
on that.
slice of fucking tomato right there, buddy. Come on, slice a little bit thinner, Poppy.
Extra onions.
Onions falling off.
Ray likes thick tomatoes. We already know. give him a burger, a burger slab tomato. All right.
And let's see, we got Marcos up in here with a little chicken fried chicken for breakfast. He
All
said
right.
not steak.
I'm eating that all day.
Did he say chicken, fried chicken?
That's
Yeah,
what he's
chicken fried
saying.
chicken.
Oh, that looks good, man.
I was trying to process that.
He could have just said fried chicken.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I
did
think
chicken, fried
That
chicken.
looks
when
bomb.
people say fried chicken, it's usually with the bone in, right? So chicken fried chicken is meant to be like chicken fried steak, no bone.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? It's
I see.
it's semantics.
It could be a chicken cutlet.
It's fried chicken no matter what.
Yeah.
But
A fillet.
so, in other words, if there was a professor reading this, they would say chicken fried chicken is redundant.
That's a 500. That's a 500 milligram meal.
Word. In other words, blast off.
Is that gravy?
That's a 500 milligram. That's an RSO meal right there. That's putting you straight to sleep.
For real.
You're grabbing the floor.
That's fire.
Not for heat, but just because you got the itis.
I would get the hash browns from the other plate and put them on this plate.
Those hash browns ain't bad, but
What's
yeah.
wrong with those hash browns?
No,
Nothing.
Well, those are,
That one's burnt. You see that
those
sausage?
ain't well, those ain't hash browns. Those
That
are like
sausage looks great.
those are home fried. Yeah.
What's under that gravy? Is that gravy?
Let's
Chicken
see,
fried,
chicken.
chicken fried steak or chicken.
Hey, bro, are you awake up there?
Yeah, I'm trying to look. I mean, there's so much gravy.
He said chicken fried chicken.
That's the
I'm-
secret
that's
sauce.
what I was looking
Secret
for.
sauce.
Yeah, I guess the gravy does.
No, I'm saying, buddy.
Buddy, what are you doing?
My friend, that's the special sauce.
Good dude, buddy.
All right, next.
And let's see here. We got Randy Savage up in here, and he's saying, "Where's the bun?" Started a low carb diet with the wifey, and it turns out amazing.
It is amazing. That's a good way to do it,
That was
man.
good, man.
Interesting.
That's called protein style at In-N-Out, Pedro.
I like that.
Burger without the bun.
Burger without the bun. They're delicious.
Right there, it don't look wrapped though.
They
Looks
do
like
that with
just
an
having
In-N-Out?
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
It's called the protein style.
Really?
Yeah, on any of the burgers that they make, like from the single to the double and whatever,
Uh-huh.
they make the same. You just ask for a protein style, and they'll give it to you without the bun. It's just wrapped in lettuce.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if you're trying to, like, diet,
Yeah,
watch
you
that
don't
watch
get off
that bread weight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
good.
never knew that. They do grilled cheese too.
Yep. They do
I
grilled
was
cheese.
like, what?
Okay.
Looks mad
Yeah.
saucy.
Yeah, look, that's
Yeah, they have the 3x3, 4x4.
Yep.
That
you
makes
can
me
do that
want one of those right now.
protein style.
it sucks. There's not an In-N-Out in LA downtown. Like
Not
we
yet.
got 'em
We need-
everywhere.
We just need to order up
It'd
the
be
truck.
2-packed.
We can have the truck come right out.
Could have the truck
That-
come through. Yeah, that's
That's
exactly it.
Stick them up.
Sucks that they don't got the fries on there though.
We're about to Uber Eats the fries.
At some point, they'll come downtown.
Downtown.
And we got Red Boy up in here with a little leftover prime ribbed, and he made a little homemade bread to create a French dip.
Ooh wee.
Ajou.
Ajou.
You guys like mushrooms that like that?
You know, I could do the mushrooms, but I prefer without
Yeah, I agree.
or less.
Them onions and mushrooms does look good, but
I would take less mushrooms
that's
there.
that's leaning more towards the Philly than the
Yeah.
French dip.
Yeah, it's
Some fried mushrooms are dope.
like just a little bit of mushroom, not that many.
True. I prefer no mushrooms. Unless they're the magic mushrooms.
I'd rather not have mushrooms either, but if it's got mushrooms, I'd rather them be light on them. All right.
True.
Serve me that plate, I would eat it.
I would too, no doubt, right now.
And we got Ryan H. from Australia here showing us how to make a lemon meringue pie.
All right, my.
Excellent.
Well, that doesn't show how you make a lemon
Hold
meringue.
up.
Oh, I was gonna say, like one little.
It's gonna magically appear.
All right, then you whip the egg and whatever else that was in the other.
Adding some Vegemite.
Vegemite sandwich.
Yeah, that looks good.
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
Secret.
Made that little.
Damn.
Yeah, baby.
Damn.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Damn. I would try it. It's not my favorite pie, but I would have it.
Yeah, look at that. That looks amazing.
The whip on that is
Yummy
Something
calories.
Good for you, man.
I eat all those calories.
That's like a work of art.
Sheesh.
Edible art.
Give me some.
Come to Cali and make us one.
God
And we got Inner Realms up in here saying, can you guys rate this?
Oh,
Rate
that's
this,
nice.
bitch.
That's really good.
All right, to the neck we go. It's not looking bad there. It looks pretty good.
That's the ill tip too.
Got a pretty straight line popping off here.
Cosmos.
There's a slight flare out right here.
Yeah. Yup.
And on top,
Bumpy knuckles.
there's another flare out on the top over here. All right. Keep rolling. And yet another flare out
Flare.
right there. and then
Jills.
right,
right
there.
there.
Little squeeze. All right, zoom out. I don't know, Pedro. I mean, it looks good in spite of the squeezes.
Yeah, I'll give that like a 8.
I was gonna give it a 7.
7.5.
7.5.5.
I would give it a 7.
7.5. Bobo.
7.5.7.
I'm gonna raise you a 7.5.8.
In other words, you passed the test.
Yeah, that's a pass right there.
Chicken fried.
That's nice, bro. I like
5.5,
that.
man. That's
7 be the average. Then I'd say that one deserves an 8. You know?
And then that's the tip that I like too. So that's less style.
Yeah, that's a premium tip. That boosts your score on principle alone.
Hey,
Yeah.
you still passed the test.
And
Not the
and,
best.
and the squeeze marks, you know, those are minor.
They're slight. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could see them, but I mean, they're not like.
Nah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Smoke.
Fire it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna smoke like a 10.
Oh, definitely gonna smoke like it.
Need another one, Julio?
Yes, sir.
Bring it.
And we got Blaine
Thank you.
up in here saying he's got some penis envy mushrooms, and he's asking the table what's everyone's favorite strain of mushrooms.
Oh.
Yo, what you say, penis?
Yep.
Yo,
I really can't say what's my favorite strain of mushrooms. I just sort of do them.
I couldn't even name you one strain.
I don't know what strain of mushroom. I know a different kind of like portobello mushroom, baby bella mushroom. That.
That's fair.
But the magic mushrooms, nah.
Shiitake.
Well, there are different
Mushroom.
sorts of magic mushrooms. You know what I mean?
White mushroom.
I would imagine E-Zone probably knows that,
oh yeah.
the answer to that.
As long as they hit, they work for me.
And we got one happy mom up in here saying finally finished our collection, and me and the hubby love this game.
It is a great game. We got to play it one day with Julio. Julio hasn't played this game.
Bring it.
Nah, yeah, it'll be dope.
How do you play?
How do you play that?
Okay,
Very
it's
easy.
like Cards Against Humanity. I don't know if you ever heard of this, but everybody gets 7 cards, and everyone takes turns asking a question, and that person judges everyone's response to the question. It's supposed to be the most ridiculous, outlandish, stupid shit that's funny, not serious. So, like, if you get everybody that has a good sense of humor and you have a couple of drinks or smokes, dabs, edibles, whatever,
And get funny.
it's fucking hilarious. But you got to play with a lot of people.
Okay.
Like, so playing with 5, 6, 8, and up, great, because it's a lot of cards. And
Okay.
the more cards you deal out, it gets even more fucked up. So you start with 7 cards, and each card is your answer card. So you discard that card, but you get that card back. You get another card back to replace the card you discarded. And the premise is to get 7 points. So, you want the judge of the card to pick your card. When you get to 7, you win.
Right. Okay.
So that it's pretty fucked up, some of the cards you get. Some of them don't make sense. Some of them make perfect sense, and some of them are just fucked up.
Wow.
And we'll play it. Next Tuesday, we'll play it.
All right.
We'll start at the top of the show because it takes a minute to get to 7. All right, next.
And next up in here, we got Zachariah, and he said, you guys were talking about the Alamo the other day. Me and my girl just went down there the other day, and it's just down the road from us.
Wow.
Right on.
Yeah. I mean, how impressed were you though? Because there was nothing really there,
I mean, it got bombed out, Bobo. What's going to be left of it?
Bubba wants the
Bobo wants the whole
rides
fucking
in the back.
structure,
He
a
wants the
fucking
rides in the back.
carnival and Ferris wheel and shit.
Don't make it a sad
Where's
celebration.
Where's the Alamo Ferris wheel I was expecting?
I walked in there. Is this it?
I heard you got
Exactly.
a.
That's it, bro.
I thought you had a fucking roller coaster in here.
Can't go inside? What the fuck?
No, you can go inside.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just like a museum.
Oh,
Is this all the
Places-
bullet holes you got over here, bro?
Is that it? All the
Is
talk.
that it?
All the talk for this, bro.
Take it.
It's pretty crazy though when you go in there. Like you think about how many motherfuckers died
Yeah.
in that place
Crazy.
and around it, like that whole area. But it's a vibe.
What?
Next.
There you go.
And we got Lindsay up in here saying, got my husband Stupid Almanac his first set of Funkies for Christmas, and this is his first roll.
Funky donkey.
Right.
That was good.
Not a bad first roll.
Not a bad 3.
Is that a blunt? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Oh no, is it slightly stupid paper, or is it a blunt? I don't know. I can't tell right now.
Looks like a blunt.
It looks like a blunt.
That's a pretty goddamn good blunt right there.
That's good.
It looks
I'll
like
have to give that an 8.
Yeah,
Because I
that's
see a
nice.
couple of squeezes there, but like, hey. Yeah, right
Yeah.
down there by the neck. It's a little squeeze on the bottom, yeah.
squeezy.
But that's a good fucking job right there in spite of the squeeze. It's a little, harder to get these blunts like as straight as a joint, but like that's a really good job. As a matter of fact, I got to give that an 8.
7.5 right there.
7.5. Oh, it's because you roll blunts, huh, Hydro?
Yeah, I roll blunts.
Oh my God.
Those are some fun guys
Not
to
a
tour with,
Dutch.
bro.
What did he use
I don't know what
for
he
this
used.
rap?
It wasn't a Dutch or it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't a Dutch. I use Dutches.
I would say though,
It's not a backwood because that's too pretty
Yeah.
for backwood.
I would say excluding.
You don't put the tips on the Dutch, right?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, the thin ones.
Oh, you do?
What were you gonna
That's
say,
what
Steph?
No, I'm just saying that you would, you could exclude the fact that most of the blunt rolling population are not using glass
Yeah.
tips.
Right.
I mean that on GP
Yeah, nice.
Awesome.
is a boost.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
that's awesome.
Let alone the fact that it's nice.
That's why I'm saying it's an 8.
Oh yeah, you pull this baby out, and we don't got nothing to smoke. We smoking.
Yeah. and we don't got a problem. Next.
And next up in here, we got Von Dubious, and he's saying he's smoking some herb and smoking some hash.
Oh shit.
Okay, DJ Havoc official says it's a hemp wrap, so it's
all right.
even more approved.
There you go.
Thank you, Havoc. We appreciate the input.
And we got Von Dubious with little herbs and hash combo.
All right.
Smoke.
Little hash bundle.
Hashish.
Boy, they love that hash in
Hashish, my
Amsterdam.
friend, I got you a hashish.
And we got Clay up in here saying, rolled my first high roller, and can I get a joint
Damn.
rating?
Nice.
Ooh.
That's a mean old crease right there in the middle.
Mm.
Be real said, ooh.
That rig took a bite out of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That the bong, his rig, took a bite out of it right there. All
Damn.
right,
It
let's
did.
go to the neck. Let's go up the mountain. See these couple of little creases? That means your neck wasn't fully tight right here. Even on your side right here. Bang. All right. And then the bite mark, the shark bite. It happens in here. I don't know what the hell happened right there.
Dolphin nose.
That looks crazy. It looks like two joints kissing.
Wow.
It's really a reflection of the banger on it, though.
It's
Is
the
that what it
reflection of the banger. That
Yeah, it looks
cannot be.
Yeah, just mean old crease right there.
It's a crease.
Wow.
It looks weird. It's an optical illusion.
Optical illusion, yeah.
All right.
Don't believe the hype.
All right. See how you squeeze in right here? You squeeze in on your right side slightly here.
More to yo.
And then it squeezes even more all the way to the top.
Yeah.
Your left side is pretty even.
Got the kid in play.
It's got the kid in play. Yeah. I'll give that a 5.
Number 5.
Yeah. It's a little wrinkled
Straight
there,
up
buddy.
5.
I mean, yeah.
Dom wrinkles.
That bend on the top.
Dom
It is
wrinkles.
a high roller though. You will get better.
You will get better, yes.
Pretty dope for a high roller.
Yeah,
Just got to get the neck slightly tighter, pack it in a little bit more,
Yeah. Little bumpy knuckles.
and like try to get the end even because you're bending in on that light end.
Yeah.
You want it flush, the same as what you would see with the tip.
Could you zoom in the middle, Colton, again, where that shark towards the left? Oh, it looks like
No,
one paper.
It looks
right?
like it's the paper.
It's the paper.
Yeah, it just gives off the.
Just
It-
bend.
It
it's
looks like it's a little.
That's why I said it's an optical
Yeah, optical
illusion,
illusion.
son. It looks
Yep.
like
Yeah.
a little shark bite.
Illusion.
I think that's something else. It's like it's in the roll though, because that's
Yeah.
You could see it through the paper. Like it's like a piece of paper that got caught in the roll
Mm.
or something.
I don't know what it is. All right.
Looks fucked up.
Word.
And we got Birdie up in here dabbing on some Divine Kush sugar.
All right. All right.
All right.
Shout out to Birdie. I think he's all the way in Oklahoma.
It almost looks like caviar.
Tweet.
Yeah, right.
The way caviar like looks like little eggs, like that. See how it looks like? It's got that little bubble effect. Like,
Like some caviar.
would you like
But-
some caviar?
Looks like 2010.
Yeah. 2010. Yeah.
Fucking with it.
You ain't wrong with that. All right.
And let's see here. We got El Boogie Baby saying he saw snacks today all the way at Home Depot.
Wow.
Snack's been around lately.
Wow.
He gets around.
Been seeing him.
He's building something.
I've been seeing him flying around the city, impregnating other lady hawks.
I was seeing two seagulls fight away a hawk the other day. I was like, what the hell? That's crazy.
Snack's got enemies all over the place.
Man.
He gives no fucks.
Mm.
Just look at him.
Standing strong on his. Next.
And we got Mars Foo up in here saying, finally got my Funko, and much love to the usual suspects on Twitch.
Hell yeah.
Word.
Funko. Funko.
Mm-hmm.
Classic.
Those are tight.
And let's see here. We got this challenge here sent in for Steph Tone.
Bring it.
They're saying, Steph Tone, you got to try this out at the next show.
Try it out. Oh yeah. Don't choke.
Wow.
Doing the D12 trick. Apple juice.
Oh my god.
All right.
That was crazy right there, bro.
I'm not impressed.
So let me just guzzle this down real quick while I do my solo.
You want him to do a 40 ounce?
I'm not impressed.
You
with
wanna
that
show me
shit.
something, do a
Saying,
40.
Come on, B.
How about we just
What
get
about
a-
it, Steph? You gonna do it?
Why don't we
You gonna
just get
try
a
it?
Stundin glass for Steph right there and just have him flipping it while he's rocking the
See,
riffs?
now that would be something if he was doing flips on stage.
Just have a mask that is feeding him Stundin hits.
That would be fun.
That would be.
All you need is a hose that's like long and like.
And you need glasses for underneath because, man,
Ah.
some goggles for underneath that shit because let me tell you,
smoke.
Eyes gonna burn.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And I messed up on the last submission. This was actually Mars Foo saying he finally got his Funkos. Or this is El Boogie Baby saying he's manifesting Snoop Dogg to come in. And he's saying, shout out to you guys for the Funkos.
Word.
Nice.
And this is Mars Foo saying he finally got his Funkos in.
I'm
Shout out to the
surprised.
Beat Nuts.
I'm surprised you didn't get more excited about
this
Snoop
one.
Dogg's Funko, Bolton.
I actually sent my mom that Funko as well.
I mean,
Snoop Dogg all in red.
look, he's
I was about to
draped.
say, yeah, he's in red.
bleeding.
It's dripping right
He
there.
dripping.
Damn.
I thought it was Godfather for a minute, but
Yeah.
He is in
dope,
a
though.
certain regard.
Am I to believe that Snoop Dogg authorized that to be read?
Maybe he did. I don't know.
Yeah.
It is kind of odd.
That's just it's just a little out.
He's
That's all I'm
bleeding.
saying.
We'll have to
there.
ask him
Might have
about
to
it.
send him a message tonight.
Say, hey,
Out of
Snoop,
curiosity, Snoop.
let me ask you something.
Yeah, just out of curiosity, bro.
little Photoshop on the Snoop Dogg and just change the name and you're good.
Wow. Yeah.
That looks tight though.
That looks good to me.
Looks dope. But there will be questions.
I'm not saying he doesn't love the color red.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Can't do that. Can't do that.
All right.
And we got K Yazzie here smoking on some ice cream cake.
Yes, he is.
Yo, with a name like that,
That looks good.
That looks good.
that shit better be good.
We got Dean Jones up in here saying he made some more brownies, and this was him after he hit the portal.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
All right.
Portal face.
Hell yeah.
He's got portal face, and then we're gonna start calling it that.
Well, he said, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
Ah.
I made it.
I made it.
Oh, thanks.
Barely see.
This shit is awesome.
Where's Dustin at?
And Dean Jones is saying each brownie he makes is 250 milligrams
Oh, man.
each.
Aye. That's good calculating.
How do you measure that?
Yeah,
I was kind of gonna ask you, how do you know that exactly? Though? It's not 275 on one and 220 on the
I think
other.
it's based on how much he's mixing, into the pan. So, and how much goes into the whole thing. You know what I mean? And then when he cuts the squares, that's how he calculates it, like by how much he put in there.
You gonna catch a fade for real?
Oh, you gonna catch a fade?
Oh yeah,
because it's not a precise method.
I don't think
it works.
I don't think that dude shared any of those edibles. By the way,
it doesn't look like he shared any.
No.
It
That's
looks
all
like
him.
it's all him.
That's
He's
all
like,
him.
He's enjoying that run on his. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
It's all me.
He's on his own, some son. All right,
Barney Rubble.
We got Pablo up in here saying he rolled this blunt up. What do you guys think?
That looks cool.
Nice.
That looks really good. That's a 10 right there.
Look at that.
I mean, there's a couple of little things, but like that's overall like a 10 right there.
Hooked it up. That shit is dope.
Yeah, that's dope.
You're going to have some weed coming through that peace sign. No, I'll tell you that.
Nice.
That's the only problem. As pretty as that looks, the minute you take some good hits, that weed is
Going through
charging through like bulls on parade, son.
That's why you gotta take the light hits. Like, don't know how to do it.
They get that funky baller tip in there.
Yep, you put that funky baller in there, and you ain't gonna have none of it, no nan.
Smoke.
No man.
No nan.
And next one up in here, we got we got Scott up in here saying, was scrolling through Paramount Plus on Saturday and saw they have episodes of the original Yo MTV Raps. He's saying was happy to see that Cypress Hill episode was one of the ones included.
Oh, we didn't smoke weed, so it's totally, usable. Because if we had just played one of those we don't give a fuck things in that moment and just smoked, we'd be cut off of this.
Sick.
That's tight, man.
Good old days.
Hell yeah. Good old back in the days, 40 deuce. That shit, it's not the same no more.
It's not the same no more, unless New York's changed, bro.
Oh,
No, it ain't that no more.
Oh, it's way more.
gone.
It's way more than that right there.
Oh my
What year was that right there,
God.
B-Roll?
That's probably 91.
Really? Wow.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Fat Five Freddy doing big things over there at MTV. Word up, salute Fat Five.
Oh, I love Fat
I'll tell you what, Fab Five, man, he was a champion for us, dude, because he recognized the one thing about us as a West Coast group, that we paid a lot of homage to the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Like he saw what we were using and all our get down.
Mm-hmm.
And he appreciated that. So he was always supporting us and talking about us to people and stuff like that.
That's cool.
At MTV. So it was cool, man. That someone in his position,
Mm-hmm.
was talking about us
Well,
to
legend.
those folks. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Wild style and all that.
Yo, Hujiz, you remember when we was drunk walking in the middle of the street in Times Square
After the hip hop, after the hip hop honors.
yeah.
Man, that was crazy.
We was going into every little party, whatever like that.
We was popping the hip hop honors badge on
Yeah.
them. Like,
Said,
look,
man, are you on the list?
you know who this is? You know who we are, bro. You know who you're talking to. We just finished taping our show here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a really
That
good
was a good
time. I was
time.
glad to be a part of that too. That was
That was a
really
good
cool,
time.
man. Really cool.
And the last one up here, we got Karina saying she's at a work event and showing off how it started.
Well, all right.
Got the Green Thumb Funko right there.
All right.
Oh.
Official.
Green Thumb is everywhere.
She says this is where they're at right now.
That's dope. That's dope.
I dig that.
And she's saying shout out to Phil for the brochure.
All right, Brosha Phil.
I like your style, dude.
Damn, Brosha Phil. That's a big one right there, buddy.
Walrus.
Jeez,
Yep,
definitely.
that is the walrus right
Cuckoo, Kachu.
Are you the Eggman, bro? Word. Thank you for your submissions for the day. Keep them coming to BeRealTVContest@gmail.com, and we will put them on. Thank you very much. We're about to open up the doors to the Insane Asylum. That means y'all in the live chat, if you're new to this, all right? If you got a comment, question, shout out, suggestion to expedite, pop it off in the super chat. Let's go.
Welcome to the insane asylum.
First one up here, we got I Own LC, and he's saying, remember when Steph Tone and Be Real and Kush? Would love to see that again.
Yeah.
Word. New shit.
We definitely have talked about it.
Yeah, we should make some new stuff.
Bring it.
Blow them out heavy.
And we got Miss JoJo up in here saying, ask the strong one what happened to his boy, Tom Brady, last night.
Ooh.
Making y'all wait for it. That's what's happening.
You think he's going to try one more year?
Hell yeah.
He ain't retiring.
Yeah, he freshly divorced.
He's already in the divorce. There's no one to stop him.
He's dedicating himself to those rings now.
There's no one to stop him.
So busy.
Oh, man.
If he gets another one, she got to take him back on GP. That is if he wants it back.
Look at that. Look, he's ready for
I mean,
another ring.
he got what, 7, right? Or 8?
Damn.
If he's got 8.
He's got 7. He's going for 8.
Damn.
And maybe she got mad because if he has 8 of them, he got to take that wedding ring off to rock the 8.
Wow.
Who's that?
That's what he's going for right there.
Jim
I wonder
I would
what.
say that's cool. You could put the
I
wedding
wonder
ring on the neck.
what team he's gonna win with, or what team can he win with? Because it clearly ain't Tampa Bay anymore.
No fucking way.
I heard that he might go to the Raiders, but I don't know.
That's what they're saying. I don't know if he could win with the Raiders. The Raiders, like
That would be great though if he did.
it would be
crazy.
great. It would be awesome if he could bring the Raiders a championship.
Oh, that would be crazy, bro.
I believe he would bring everybody back to the Raiders camp immediately.
I think if he's got a good team around him, it's possible. Because I mean, he's not washed up. It's just they didn't have the right team for him this year.
Gotta wash his ass.
Yeah, they just had some
That
bad.
too.
They just had some bad moments, man. That's the game. You know what I mean? You literally can't win everything all the time.
Mark Gonzalez says, "Nah, Duke, he's done."
Ain't nothing worse than playing the whole season and then you lose in the Super Bowl.
He's done, Brady, son.
Dunzo.
All right,
I got your back, Brady. Number 8, put the Ocho on.
right on.
And we got one late show up in here saying, shout to Psycho Les and the Beat Nuts.
Yo, grip him.
Squeeze.
He said grip him.
Grip him.
Oh my God.
And we got Juicy Jules up in here saying, damn, Be Real, did you get a mini panic attack on the RSO?
A mini panic attack? No, it wasn't a panic attack because I knew exactly what was going on. It was just my body got hot, and I didn't have a fan or AC by me, and the floor was the nearest thing.
Oh, man.
I didn't call for help. You know what I'm saying?
Well, not loudly.
I just wanted to cool off, you know what I'm saying? And the floor was it.
Yeah, you didn't call out for help. You just apologized for, being right there.
Well, when I needed to get up off the floor and I needed help. Yeah, that's when I asked for help. But like as I was going through the thing, it wasn't like I was like, oh my God,
I'm sorry.
this is too much.
Oh my
I was actually okay.
I feel good.
It's just so hot.
What are you doing? I'm sorry. You told me that I was dying. I can just imagine. Just looking at I'm sorry.
I was dying inside.
The dog looking at you
Yeah,
like
the dog looking at me sideways was everything, bro. Like that
was like invading though a little bit, like, yo, let me have my little time, B.
That's right.
I lost track of time. That was the thing.
He was just moments away from an all-nighter on the floor.
I was moments away. Yes, had wife not been like, where the fuck is he? I would have spent the night on the floor right there. My in-laws would have walked in and been like,
Holy shit, dude.
That's the look acid.
Oh my God.
Say, what happened? What happened?
And you would have been in a deep sleep. You wouldn't have felt that. You would have just been out.
would have been out.
Wow.
I don't even, if the dog would have licked my face, I probably wouldn't have gotten up.
What's wrong
Word
with
up,
him,
man.
mija? What's wrong with him,
Wake the fuck
mija?
up. Wake the fuck up, motherfucker.
I was like, yeah. I'm sorry.
What if she just walked up on you and was like, "Come on, man"?
Yeah, that would have been no. The what the fuck was good though. That was better than the come on, man. She was like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "I'm sorry."
Oh, that's when I lost it.
Made her
You
sick.
called me up. You called me up and he said, "Yo, I was hugging the floor," and he told me the whole story. And he said, "I'm sorry." I'm like, I was crying, and you're like, "Come on, bro."
I'm not exaggerating.
Oh man.
That was great.
You can
I
ask
would've
her when
loved
you
to see that.
You can ask her when you see her shit. All right, next.
And we got Jeffro up in here asking, was Aton trying to curve the bowling ball?
Yeah, he was. He just, was incorporating a technique he has not mastered.
Yep.
And his targeting was off. He wasn't even looking for the right arrow. And when, I put him onto the right arrow, maybe like 3 times he got it. The rest he kept throwing in the same place with the same ass technique.
Yeah. You got to put some Vaseline in your fingers, yo. You know?
He did not have the flick of the wrist.
He didn't have the flick of the wrist.
Man, that flew over everybody's head.
Now, if he spent like a few days, a week, whatever, like a week going to the lanes and trying that and like actually targeting the right arrow, he would have a good roll. But it's probably been some time since he rolled the ball, and that technique is very, it's tough. Like the technique Steph's got, it's pretty gnarly too. You got to have the right spin on it, and you got to target the right arrows. You know how like when you go to a bowling lane and you're in the lane, up ahead you see the first arrow, and then all the arrows come out like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are target spots, depending on how you roll the ball. If you roll the ball with a spin, you got to go on the 2, 3 outside arrows and stuff like that. But you got to hit them right. And Aton was not hitting any of those right. He did a couple times.
Great time.
And we got King Joker up in here. This was actually from yesterday, which kind of goes with today's conversation. He's asking, be real, is Chicano rap dead, or what's your advice to upcoming Chicano rappers?
Any sort of rap is really never dead. It's just tucked away for a while, and then sometimes it comes back up. Sometimes it's somewhere in the middle, but there's always motherfuckers doing it. It's just you ain't never going to hear them on the radio, and, they don't necessarily get a shitload of streams, or they don't make, like, pop-in playlists, because really that's the way you're going to get a lot of streams on Spotify and on the rest, right? Is if you get your song on a pop-in playlist. Sure, it doesn't have to be on a playlist. You'll get streams, if you got fans and stuff like that, and you do enough promotion and drive people to your shit. But realistically, those pop-in playlists are the life's blood of getting a fuckload of streams. So if you could secure places on those popular playlists, you get to run. If not, you're just sort of like, making your own way.
Acabó.
I hope that sort of answers your question.
And we got Western Goods up in here saying, I'm from the Bay. I met B at a Psycho Realm show back in 1998 in San Francisco. It was hella cool. You were saying what's up to all the fans before the show. One love to the whole crew.
Salute.
And we got 31 Cortez saying, yo, B, what was it like working with Dr. Dre and others on Puppet Master and East Coast, West Coast Killer's video?
The Puppet Master was a Muggs' thing, right? So it was a part of his Soul Assassins album. So, we had Dre down in the studio. I can't remember exactly which one we worked at. But it was cool because it was one of those sessions where we're in the space together, not like, Muggs sent him something, and, it was when you had to sort of be there, right? And fortunately, I got to work there with him on that day for Puppet Master, Muggs, Dre, and myself. And it's cool, just absorbing, like the knowledge that he brings and his vibe. But realistically, he was a rapper that day, and he was coming to bust on Muggs's thing. And so he was more like letting Muggs produce him. Right. And you know, Muggs produced him lightly. He didn't produce him the same way he produced me and Sen Dog.
Yeah, well, Dre kind of produces himself, you know what I mean? So he knows how to do his vocals and things like that. But I was going to ask you, like, a lot of people say that it's very intricate, like, and very little piece. So when you worked with him, when you were doing the East Coast, West Coast color, did they do that with you? Or
Absolutely.
Really?
Like, if there was lines he thought I did better, like, okay, let's keep this. But back then, realistically, you couldn't punch like you do now. So, like, if you wanted to keep something, if you said something really dope here, you know what I mean? You had to punch that in. You know what I mean? There was times where, like, in before you had to get the whole verse straight. They weren't, you know, you weren't gonna punch nothing. Say the whole phrase.
Right.
You know what I heard? But like when Rakim was working with Dr. Dre, like the vibe was crazy because Rakim wasn't really used to that.
Well,
getting told how to say shit,
see,
how to you know.
Well, that's the thing, though, right? Like, if you're getting with a producer like Dre who actually produces you, because that's the thing in hip hop, we carry an ego and our pride in our pocket, like a motherfucker, right? So, rappers, a lot of us,
you gotta be open.
A lot of us ain't open like that, though. It's like what we do is what we feel. This is what we're doing, and you as a producer ain't gonna tell me to change my shit. I'm gonna do it the way I want to do it. That's a non-open-minded person in terms of, like, I am staying concrete on the shit I wrote. Right? If you're open-minded, you allow the producer to help you make it better. In their head, they could hear something different that you don't hear as a writer, as the rapper. They're the producer. And if you got somebody like Dre on it,
it's a respect thing. You're saying you think it's a respect thing, like, because you do respect Dr. Dre, you take it different than from just regular producer telling you.
Well, for me, it's two things. It's the respect thing, but two, it's the producer. If you paid this guy to produce the song, that doesn't just mean make the beat. That means, like, when you do the vocal, him being there and saying, I like this take, or this take's okay, but do it again, or this part could be better, or why don't we try saying this? That's a producer. Someone else who, like, maybe hears that you could do it better, but they're just like, they sit on their hands and let you do that. They make beats. Because they could have made the song better, but they didn't want to fuck their ego, like fuck that person's ego up or insult them by saying, hey, why don't we try this instead?
Right.
That's having respect for them, but that's also sitting on your hands as a producer. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, let's just say, for instance, you were producing somebody, Julio, right? You and Tony. And you heard the rapper's first phrase was dope, the second phrase was okay, third phrase was dope, and so was the fourth. You guys as producers would hear that and say to each other, hey, what do you think about that second line? And you'll either tell him, hey, we need to do something better in that line. Or, you know what, let's just let him do his and we'll figure out how we make it better with production tricks. Right? It all depends on how you want to produce it as the producer.
It's true, though, because we did that with Kid Frost. But when we produced Kid Frost, it was moments to be like, I like this, bro, but we need to change this last part. I think you should say something more about this. And then, if it was ALT or whoever, they would figure it out. But you're right.
Bottom line is, you got to be flexible.
Flexible.
You got to be flexible, man. That's the bottom line. You got to be flexible, man.
Because for me, it's like this. Like, I've been in front of many different producers, as you might know, with the collaborations. And I've been with Muggs for a long time. And worked with different heads. And everybody's got a different style. Right? And you got to be flexible to that. So if a producer is giving me the freedom just to write my shit and he's like, doesn't hear anything, oh, this is great, just rock that. Okay, cool. That's your producer's choice. But if a guy is coming to me and saying, hey, man, I like this piece, but can we make something else for this piece over here? I'm open to that because it's like, you hear something in it that's Okay,
Try it out.
Let me go flip it.
Yeah.
If I think that it's really, the shit, I'll make a case for it. But if he makes a better case, I'll be open to do it. Because there's many times I had to go rewrite stuff that Muggs might not have liked, or
Hey, B-Roll,
or even with Dre. Like when I did certain things with Dre, he would ask me to rewrite a certain phrase here and there. And for me, that's like, okay, you're the producer.
Yeah.
I'm writing with you. I'm gonna do what you ask me right here.
Who has taught you something that you learned something like, damn, I would have never done that. Damn, this guy produced me and just showed me something I could do with my voice.
That's a list of people. That's DJ Quick. He taught me that I could flip my voice any different way.
Oh.
Right? Because everybody would always ask me to be up here as doing my
the pitch
that real high pitched type of shit. He wanted me to come down here because he understood with the type of style that I wrote for that, to be way up here, the style won't be as fluent and it won't hit the pockets and ride the wave and the roller coaster.
That was for Fandango.
Yes.
For Fandango, yeah.
But if I relax my voice a little and bring it down and not be so far up here where I have to project to get to this level, it's going to be the tone and the ride and the pocket. And, it was something I always wanted to do, but no.
That's why he's a producer, DJ Quick. He's incredible.
Right. So he unlocked that for me. And then, just watching Dre work. And I learned a lot from Muggs, too. Learning a lot watching him evolve as a producer and stuff like that. Fredwreck, Fredwreck's mad honest. When he hears something, he'll say it.
Definitely.
Hey, Uncle Louie, I think
yeah,
this spot you said a little fucked up right here. We gotta fix that. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on the style. But I'll produce myself too, because I've been around enough to know if I hit something clean or clear or wrong, I'll go get it again. And I'll ask the engineer, like Dom can ask you, Dom could tell you. I'll reference him, hey, what did you think of that? Is it clear? Is it? Right. Did I hit it? Is it in pocket? Because
you can't do it again. And once it's out there, then you got to remember that you'll always have to hear that mistake that you made, and you know what I'm saying. So I understand.
Forever.
It's forever. You can't back that up no more. So I understand it's very intricate when you're doing that, because you got to make sure everything is right. You don't want to make cholesterol. You know what I mean? You don't want
unless you're good with cholesterol.
Yeah.
Right. Next.
And we got Dino from Down Under up in here saying, "Hello, crew. Can't wait to meet Cypress and Sydney in March, and I've got the meet and greet pass."
Right on, man. Coming soon to you.
It's gonna be dope.
And we got Tall Boy up in here saying, "You guys need to get La Russell on the show. I love his vibes."
Word. We will work on that.
Bring it.
And we got Utah Hawk saying, "Hey, Eric Bobo, will Be Real use his new signature with the V to sign stuff?"
With a V? Are you out there talking shit, Bobo?
No, not at all.
Where's this V thing coming from?
Well, basically, and when we were talking about it yesterday on the Discord, and I was showing the signature on the bowling pin, and I said, "Yo, B, yo, check this out. Is an E and A," and then you said, "Okay, here's the E and the A," but it looked like a V to me, and then you said some other shit, and then that was it. So that was it.
What the fuck?
There's no V, man.
It looked like a V to me.
It's a bowling pin.
On the bowling pin, it would look like a V.
Did it look like a V to you, Steph Tone?
I didn't notice it.
See, he didn't notice it. Didn't look like a V.
He didn't see a V. Oh, yeah.
I tried to write my name on it. It was difficult.
Well,
yeah, easy ass B-O-B-O.
Okay,
that's
all right.
easy.
All right, next one. Next
B-O.
Help me. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, let's get this up here real quick. I think we can see the
Don't say that to any girls. B-O-B-O.
Wow.
I could write that with my left hand.
Well done. Yeah, I mean, It is easy, yeah, it is. You know, but I make sure that all the letters.
All my letters are there, dude.
Somebody's leg.
I'm dying. I don't know.
We don't believe you. Next. Yeah.
And next up in here, we got Nobi Lighting saying much love to, let's see here, much love to Finn Jeremias for the help.
Finn Jeremias.
Salute.
All right. Sounded like a joke at first, but salute.
And we got the.
Oh, wait.
Salute.
It was the joke. You just said it wrong.
It's like, what? Yep, definitely was a joke.
He almost got you. He almost got you if you didn't mispronounce it.
And we got the real Cubano up in here saying, I remember being 13 years old, being introduced to Psycho Realm's music, and actually growing up half a mile away from Pico Union, which is the home of Psycho Realm.
Pico Union.
Yeah. Every verse, he was always represented.
Because nobody's came out of that area like that, you know what I mean? And that's a respectable area in LA that people don't really come out of. So
yeah,
Pico Union, they were definitely the representatives of that style.
It's
yeah.
crazy where you find the gems.
Yeah, for real, man. For real.
Early.
We got Al Loke up in here saying, thanks to RSO and edibles, my tolerance has gone way up. He's saying joints and concentrates no longer get me high as much as I would like to.
I feel bad.
That was my question I was going to ask you. Does that take your tolerance higher?
No.
It doesn't, huh?
I still...
You still enjoy a joint?
I still enjoy a joint like I always did.
Smoke.
It's just, at night, it just gets more intense. It gets
What
more
about
intense.
deep high?
What about drinks when you throw a drink in there?
You
could be at the house.
You just
What's
gonna be
the feeling? What's the feeling?
You're going to be on that floor the same way, son.
See, but you're at home. You're in your comfort zone. So, if you wanted to get on the floor, you can.
Yeah, why not?
So, I mean, you wouldn't do that here at the studio
no.
because you wouldn't hear the rest of it.
No.
No fucking way.
Somebody probably walk over me.
Be like, what are you doing?
Let's fuck around and fight for that.
Lay on
Just walked over me like Allen Iverson.
Same team.
All right.
Concrete floors will be pretty cold, though.
It would be cold here, though. The concrete floor.
The Legos.
Yep. Next.
We got DJ on Q asking, does Steftone have a tour story of South Africa back in 2013?
Yeah. The second show we did there was on the schedule read Johannesburg, but we stayed at a wildlife reserve, that was like 2 hours north of Johannesburg. And the place daily would get raided by baboons, but all around the resort, there was, electric wire around. So the animals, for the most part, stayed out, but the baboons, they didn't respect that. They came right on through.
Really? Wow.
They was finding ways around that.
Baboons are funny.
So we were there for 3 or 4 days, maybe 5 at the most, I think. I can't remember exactly. But when we went to go do the show, this was still, again, this as far as the schedule goes, it's Johannesburg, but we still went another 2 hours north of where we were. We were in Zimbabwe, to get there, we literally drove through the middle of nowhere with random people just walking around out in the desert.
That's crazy.
Forever,
That's crazy.
And then out of nowhere, boom, we're at a festival. There's a concert going on. People are everywhere. What the hell is this?
That's crazy shit.
Yeah, it was awesome. But I mean,
that sounds crazy, man. South Africa, that's trippy.
You by no means would have that experience here.
Yeah, no.
What a trip.
In the last one, we got Matt Bongard saying, salute to you, Be Real. I cooked up an infused meal for my birthday this past weekend using your cookbook. He's saying, I made an infused venison steak with infused salmon. Salute.
Salute.
Oh, wow.
That was the cookbook with Chef D.
I need some of those recipes.
And yeah, she's got some good recipes in there. It was stamped by Dr. Greenthumb. So if you got those books, we gave away some in some of the mystery boxes last year or the year before.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a very good book, this one here. A lot of good recipes.
Take
You want to
cookbook.
Definitely need this.
infuse your meals, baby.
Need this.
Bring
We
it.
want to thank everybody for your time and energy and love and running with us right here on the Dr. Greenthumb Show. We got the mix show coming up after this on Twitch. B_Real TV is the place to find us. Psycho Les and myself are gonna pop it off for you. So if you enjoy music, come get it. All right. And to catch this on the replay, Apple Music and Spotify under the Dr. Greenthumb podcast should be updated and unfaded. All right. From the highest show in the fucking world. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. Julio G, got shout outs?
Shout out to my people over at LA Kush and everybody that's tuned in. I appreciate y'all giving us all this love, man. I always have a good time coming on the Dr. Greenthumb Show, and it's always a little high time. So shout out to everybody, man. I'll be back next week.
Easy.
Word up. I'm about to light this one up. But before that, just stay tuned because we about to jump into this mix. No doubt. Be Reezy, Psycho Leezy. Squeeze. Grip them.
That's right.
Shout out the Insane Asylum. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Ray Morning Shot Films. Shout out to the Dominator. Shout out to Julio G for coming through. What's up, blood? And get ready for tomorrow. Get ready for tomorrow with the Funky Drop. We will be announcing new Funkies for dropping tomorrow. So check them out. What's up, Strong?
Mm-hmm. Shout out Mark Sargent, Karen B, David Weiss, Pedro B, Julio G, Psycho Leezy, Bolton, Ray at Morning Shot Films, Taryn at Velvet Hammer, The Dominator, Aton, all the Asylum, the 5150s, Psych Ward, and the Disorderlies. Y'all have a great week. See you guys on Friday.
Pedrolic.
Yeah, big ups to everyone that's tuning in. The Treehouse.
And Bobo. Sorry, Bobo.
Bobo. But yeah, salute to everybody that's tuning in. Oh wait, Bobo, shout out.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Pedro.
Oh, my bad. But yes, once again, salute to everybody watching, Treehouse crew, everyone here at the table. Don't forget to subscribe to YouTube for a chance to win the G Pen Higher. And just keep on watching the show.
Big drum.
All right. Big ups to my buddy Bolton over there for forgetting me. Fuck you, bloody.
My friend, I can't believe it. I forgot.
I don't get it. Check me out on the socials, on Twitter, at Eric Bobo, on IG at Eric_Bobo, on Discord at Bobo's Corner, and also on Social Club. For those people checking out the Discord, there will be an Insane Asylum sesh going down today in just a little while. So check that out, Lounge One.
Damn, you all over the net, Bobo.
It's gonna be all good like that. People,
you all over the net, man.
we're doing it, man. Got
shout
the
out to
internet
Glass Coast.
going nuts.
That's right.
And then me and my buddy Snacks, we thank you for your support. Okay, next one.
Pedro.
That's right.
Oh, man. Hey, man. Once again, we appreciate you, man. Spread love. You already know this is the way. Hate is easy, but it's boof. You already know. All right, so don't smoke no boof. Don't intake any boofness of any kind. Don't stand for no boofery of any kind. And don't be hanging with no boof motherfuckers, man. Only the positive ones, you know what I mean? The ones that add to your circle like you would add to their circle. You know what I'm saying? Make one big, strong fucking circle of good people that, you could roll through life with, where you got them, they got you, and y'all lift each other up, man. And, y'all got love and support and belief in each other, man. That's the type of motherfuckers you should be with. That's what the doctor prescribes. Swallow that.
BeReal.tv